What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be trying out something new. These are my first impressions of a game called Commander Quest. This is a roguelite in which you will be building armies and sending them down lanes via cards in order to defeat the enemy and destroy their commander. There's a whole bunch of twists and random things that can happen in various battles, like barricades and siege weaponry and walls and stuff like that you need to have the tactics in the deck to get around. And I thought that sounded kind of interesting. I've only played one round of it so far, and I actually really enjoyed myself for somebody that does not like card games. And so I think that's a good sign, given the mass appeal that this game may contain, that we should probably make a video. So if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, you could play this exact same demo that I'm playing right this second at the link down below in the description. On top of that, you can also take a look down there if you wanted to find other links that allow you to get a little bit closer with the Nerd Castle and hang out a little bit more. But let's go ahead and start the game off. At the beginning of the game, we gotta choose between humans and we gotta choose between dwarves. Well, you know what I gotta do. I have to go with dwarves, and it looks like we also have different versions of the dwarves that are just various, like, I guess, racial realignments of them. So when you play as the humans, you've got Richard the Lionheart, you've got Saladin, and you've got Zhuge Liang, who I don't know who he is, but I know who those two are. You've also got Joan of Arc that isn't inside the game right now. But I haven't played the dwarves yet, so let's go ahead and play the dwarf version of Richard the Lionheart. We've got to pick a starting skill because we can cast spells onto the battlefield, but I've only got one, which is me throwing a Francesca or Francesca at the enemy and knocks them back. But I've got another relic over here, and it looks like it increases the number of units summoned when you use a cavalry card. Okay, let's try that on out. That sounds good. And let's depart. So you didn't even get to see the castle, says the one who has rekindled your spark. Make a choice. This time you must demonstrate either effort or skill. It seems like they're disappointed in you. Yeah, we'll get in line behind my mom. This time I hope you reach the abyss. We can get $100 or we can get a random card. I'll take the $100. Now that you are ready to ignite fiercely with the war song, the wind seems perfect for spreading your flames. So the first thing we got to do, as with every other style of game like this, is we got to take a look at our grid and figure out what it is that we can do with the stuff that we've got on hand. We particularly want to prioritize elite fights. Unfortunately, all of our elite fights are on the top lane in this little swing right here. So we can't get a shop and also get them. So I guess I'll just forfeit the elite fights, which sucks because I want to do a bunch of elite fights and get a whole bunch of free stuff. But we'll start from right here, and I'll show you how the game works. So if you've ever played anything like Slay the Spire, this game right here is nearly identical. It's an energy-based card game. I know, snooze. Most of us are kind of tired of those sorts of things, but in this case, all of the cards are units of troops that you put out on the battlefield, and then they converge along lanes to go fight with the enemy, and the outcomes of those fights are going to determine your strategy on how you want to handle things. And of course, it's got other stuff like archers are good against guys without shields. You've got cavalry, which are great against anything that doesn't have a spear. Spear's basically one-shot cavalry, and so you're kind of trying to out-juke and outthink your opponent as you're going through the game. And then as it gets more complex, there's going to be sort of, I guess, battlefield decorations that change the way you look at the battlefield, from barricades to towers to castle walls to siege equipment, stuff like that you'll have to figure out as you go along. Why is the sheep over there? Why is the sheep selectable? Never seen a sheep on a battlefield before. So on this top lane, I'm going to send some mountain goat cavalry. That benefits from us having the relic for Richard the Lionheart that makes our cavalry get more units. Normally, I think it gets 3, but this time around it gets 6. So this should be a pretty hard-charging, powerful card right here that'll get the job done on the top lane. On the bottom lane, we're going to put out some miners. That's going to slowly give us steel, which is a resource. It's a resource that allows us to play cards for free. So long as it doesn't cost energy, it will cost steel if you're playing as the dwarves. Now, when our units get to the enemy, they're going to deal damage to him. Every single commander in this game reflects damage back for every single hit that they take, meaning that these units are guaranteed going to die when they go and fight the commander. Thus, it becomes kind of a battle of attrition that you're trying to win by slowly whittling down the enemy and taking care of them along all fronts. We have enough steel right now almost to play our shield breaker, which is an AoE unit that sweeps the field for a ton of damage, so that might be really good for getting rid of enemy militia as well. Our little burst along the top lane got him down to pretty much all of his health. He's almost dead. So let's resend some more cavalry on the top lane. will go right there, and then we will finish this thing on off. Once they get done wiping out this guy's club infantry on that side, there it is, our first victory. We get 16 gold, we get a fortune cookie, which gives us a free troop that costs nothing, and then we've also get a new card. We can draw 2 cards with Strategist. I don't really care about that. We've also got the Sticky Poppet, deals damage equal to the number of exhausted cards to the enemy commander. I don't really want to go in a tribal direction with this playthrough, so I'm just going to skip this batch right here. Let's go down and to the east. I should have gone along this bottom one right here. That's what I should have done, but we need to stack up as many fights and as many card draws as we can possibly get. Another default enemy, but he's got a gimmick where he can spawn enemies in the midst of our lines. We're going to want to hit him hard on this first turn because all these guys are going to converge on us, and we don't want a single one to get through. So it's an early cavalry play, but we had to do what we had to do in order to survive. Enemies also seem to have facings from what I've seen so far. If they get attacked from behind, they take bonus damage, which can actually be fairly devastating if you time your attack out right. But it hasn't really been super relevant to build an entire deck strategy around in my time playing the game. Then again, I've only played through like once, so maybe I just missed out on all the things that would make that happen. Let's play a couple of bolt throwers over here, and dude, we are flooding the field right now. We are ready to rock. This guy is 100% toast. Good stuff. All right, we finished them off nice and easy. Let's see here. So we've got strategic resource, draw a card, or spend 2 steel to get, or 10 steel to get 2 cards. Get a grog card. So the dwarves have a special mechanic called alcohol. They have cards that will spawn different martinis and things like that you can throw on them in combat like a spell, and you can stack up things that give you bonuses for playing alcohol. So we probably want to do that. Yeah, let's get that real fast. We've got an event down here. We'll see what it has for us. The enemy king you captured attempts to negotiate, arrogantly suggesting that treating him not as a mere prisoner but as king will lead to a favorable outcome. I'll show him respect because we're playing the... I mean, I guess I can get a random supply card. What did that give me? You never had any intention of treating this insolent fool with any respect. You satisfied him by hanging a silver chain around his neck instead of an iron one. You loot his kingdom. What did I get? It didn't show it to me. So I got Tempting Offer. I get 2 mana stones, which are a free supply item that I can use in order to get free mana. I was hoping I would get another alcohol card out of there, but it heals the enemy by 30 when I use that. Maybe useful, kind of a situational thing. Let's go to the first shop and see if there's anything in there that'll make us a little bit more effective. Well, we can get the Maneki Neko, which gives us 10 bucks every time we add a card to our deck. And then this over here, I kind of want to delete this. I'll hold on to it for a little bit, though, and we'll see if it ever becomes relevant and or useful. To the next battlefield! This one has bridges, the Bridge Keeper. Okay. Reduce all damage received from ranged attacks by 3. Fair enough. He's spawning on the top lane. It looks like he's anti-ranged with a lot of what he's doing right now. So we'll want to go with a miner up here to go fight with them. We'll put some archers down here to pick off some of the spearmen, and then I'll play Brew. It gave us a Bloody Larry, grant drunk to all units within range and increase their attack speed by 2 stages. We'll put that on the archers since they're going up against stiffer resistance over here, and firing rate is going to be important for them winning this skirmish. The enemy didn't break through, and this time around we've got a Tempting Offer on that side. I will take the mana stones because that means I can flood the field down here with miners and get a ton of steel. And then we'll send them in to protect the king against the spearmen. Looks like the sword boys actually broke through. I should have put something up there. Okay, let's play the Francesca on them. Didn't really help out that much, but it's something. He doesn't have any spearmen on grid right now, so let's play the cavalry up there to break on through and help out the king and save us a little bit of damage. And it looks like we actually have a full-on breakthrough, so that should be good. I don't know if he's going to die right here, but he's definitely going to get hurt right here. He's going to be stinging and ringing about the ears a bit. Let's put our AoE guys in right there. We'll put some bolt spitters behind him. Since one group of miners wasn't enough up here, to take care of the enemy last time. We'll put 2 up top. That way they sweep a little bit better, but it doesn't matter because my cavalry finished off their king. We got a new food, which is a mana jelly, which is nice. That'll be helpful. We've got blood prints. We get a blood oath. It will take away our health to give us 2 mana. We can make a copy of a summon card in our hand and then put it into our hand. Or we can restore 5 health of all units except for the commander at the start of each turn. I like that. That's okay. Let's do that right there. Give us a little bit of regeneration as we're heading on into the field. It might help. I don't know that it's going to do anything crazy useful for us, but it might. Let's take the top lane. That way we can get the campfire and enhance one of our units, because units do come in multiple quality grades in this game. So we've got a counterattack. He's on horseback, which means we want to send spears at him. Okay, I don't have spears, but there are barricades as well that we're going to have to fight our way through, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, they've got mounted spearmen. Gross. And mounted archers. We've got all kinds of issues down here. All right, we'll play cavalry right there. We'll play archers right there, and we'll just let it run. Because these melee units, they have to target this barricade, which means our little guys can pick them off. The barricades only really stop cavalry guys, although I guess it didn't stop those cavalry guys right there. I don't know how barricades work. Never mind, I take it back. Let's go with the tempting offer. He hasn't taken any damage yet, so it's basically just free mana. We'll play healing spring, and then give me a full batch of miners down here. Okay, pretty good opening salvo. And we should finish him off right there, I think. Let's get some archers to hang out behind the barricade. Give them a miner or 2 just to back them up. And then we can also play our big, nasty AoE guy down there. I don't think the fight's going to last long for any enough for that. I don't think it's going to last long enough for any of that to come to fruition. But I figured I'd give it a go. They are weak to archers, though, which is kind of unfortunate. He's using spells on us. These guys just healed. I'm going to throw a Francesca at them, because I'm guessing they're pretty squishy due to the fact that they don't have a shield or anything. I'll play Brew. That'll give us Snake Liquor. Get drunk to all units in range and deal 4 damage. Oh, so it's like a Molotov that I can throw at the enemy. All right, cool. I didn't really want to use it on my own guys because that deal 4 damage thing seemed a little scary. All right, 15 gold right there, and we've got another tempting offer, and they're really trying to make me go down the tribal path. I don't want to go down the tribal path. What I need is more things that stack up with drunk. Let's go ahead and enhance a card right here at the campfire. You can either heal or enhance a card right here. Let's see. What does that do for me if I upgrade it? It becomes free. That's kind of nice. I think our best bet is to upgrade the cavalry because they almost double their health. And they hit harder. And it looks like they summon little guys when they die, so I'll enhance that on out. It turns them into a very valuable little suicide bomber if the enemy punishes by wiping them out. Let's get a relic and an event, I guess. We'll give that a try. Everything in the game is animated very, very well. You can tell the art team was like working their ass off while they were playing around. All allies' attacks have a chance to instantly kill enemies. All right, I'll give that a try. The other one, we don't really have a way to set the enemy on fire, and so it made the fire duration longer. You come across an altar entwined with bizarre life forms. Sticky liquid continuously flows from the altar, and tentacles emit strange sounds. We can change one card. Let's change Tempting Offer. And it looks like we got Side Path. Grant free placement to a summon card in your hand for this battle. Oh, that's pretty good. That allows me to put them anywhere on the battlefield except for the designated spots, so that's pretty spicy. Let's get another card upgrade over here. This becomes Retain, so we can hold on to it in our hand until we get the thing that we want. The other option is we can upgrade Healing Spring so that every turn it restores all of the health of every single unit on the field. I feel like that's a little bit better. Keep the survivors a little bit tip-topped up and maybe turn flanks and turn lanes that we would have otherwise lost. The Archon Cataphract. All damage is received or is lowered by 1. Okay. There's also a Crystal Vein up there that lets me get a free mana. They've got a whole bunch of spearmen over there. That worries me. Deploy what we have. because we got to go hard on this bottom lane. Otherwise, we're going to regret it. I want to countercharge with my cavalry, but they've got spears. Let's go with Brew, I guess. Comet Wine increases attack damage by 3. That sounds about right. We'll put it on them. Man, he opened strong with that cavalry at the beginning. Hopefully we should be in good shape here, though. So I think we definitely want cavalry on this round, and then we'll keep ticking up on steel for when that becomes relevant. I can't throw my Francesca yet, but it costs 1 mana, so maybe later. These guys should be turning into little shield bearers when they die, so they should have kind of like an exploding dice problem over there. Send the miners out that way. And keep it going. I feel like we haven't really developed a strategy just yet, and I feel like by now I normally have a strategy that I'm leaning on. My current strategy is deploy my cavalry and hope for the best. So we've got a unit here. We only get 2 guys, but they absorb the first attack taking no damage, and then from there, they take -3 damage from everything. That kind of feels like a no-brainer. I'm going to go for that, because remember, that's cashing in for steel, which makes it free on the turn that it comes up. And we don't have a lot of money right now. I'll go with Insight just in case I need to fish for something. It lets me like get rid of a card and draw a card. I'll probably also take another side path search. And then we don't want to overdo it and overstack the deck. Drutenex the Armored. Doesn't look like he has a gag. It looks like he just has a ton of HP. Alright, so he's going to debuff me on that lane, and he's got shielded soldiers on that lane. Let's drop in a whole bunch of miners to get our initial steel supply ready to... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. That's fine. Just put them out front with everybody else. Uh-oh. They got stuck. There they go. Now they're figuring it out. It just took them a minute. So a Harmless Spirit is spawned up there. Returns to the draw pile when remaining on the battlefield until the next battle. Okay, let me get my 20 steel up and ready for like my hard charging guys. We'll go with Insight, and we'll get rid of Side Path Search. That gave me Mountain Goat Cavalry that can come in on the top lane. And I think we're in a good position right now. They're kind of sort of winning this bottom lane fight. Unfortunate. Steel Alliance, go in there. Archers, get in there. Miners, get in there. Yeah, we got beat up a little bit. Oh, he deployed Spearmen over there. We're hosed on the top lane. Well, maybe. It looks like they actually... Actually, no, these guys explode into a bunch of little guys whenever that happens, so it should be okay. Give me another infantry up, or another cavalry up there, and then I don't have enough to do anything else. Let's go ahead and eat a mana jelly to get another archer on the bottom lane. And I think that should be our breakthrough. I think we should be all right. Give me another couple miners on this bottom lane, which gives me the steel guys up there. And I could play a brew, sure. Deal 4 damage to all units in the area. Just deal 4 to him, I guess. Good stuff. We took a little bit of a scuffing, but we got there. Oh, that gives us even more miners, and these ones are free. They're kind of weak, but they might eat a hit for somebody else. All right, we'll go with the swarm strategy here. I don't know if I want to risk another shop. Shops have been pretty disappointing so far. I've gotten nothing. There's a bunch of cards that dwarves have that give you stuff whenever your units get drunk, and I was hoping we would pull a couple of those, and it looks like we may have a dud run on our hands. Let's go with guild support. We'll drop in all of our free miners on the bottom lane. And I think that looks okay to me. I think I'm, like, somewhat alright with this. Well, unless those crossbowmen absolutely bulldoze all my guys. Oh, and they've got some kind of greatsword lancer here in the back. Fantastic. Okay, give me some cavalry. Give me a side path search. We're going to put them right there to hold the enemy until the cavalry arrives. Greatswords look like they're getting chunked, and they're trying to get that barricade down at the bottom. We're going to need to pincer these guys, otherwise we're going to end up with problems. Give me a grog. Yeah, that takes care of that. That was perfect. That was exactly what I had in mind. Hey, we broke through. All right, good stuff. Give me another food. What does that do? Generate a fire pit. A fire pit would be cool. Rucksack rummage. Restore 10 health to the commander, then exhaust it. We are kind of beat up right now. I don't know when I would use that, though. I'll take the random food one. Why not? I'm a little bit hungry right now. That probably influenced that decision. Forget health. Enhance a card. I want to enhance these guys for protection. They ignore damage 4 times. That's good. I want that real bad. That's real solid. And that takes us to our first boss fight, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so Dietrich Golden Axe. He reduces all damage received by 1. He's got a siege engine up here that's going to occasionally fire at us, which is definitely going to be a headache. He's also got a siege engine on that side. Okay. Well, let's focus on the top lane and holding the wall for right now. It's unfortunate that I drew all my iron units really, really early. Oh, they suicide bombed. So that was kind of like a waste of resources. Those guys appear to be way better than we are. We're going to have to do something about that. What do those guys do? Oh, those are the guys that we have. All right, let's create a fire pit. Like, I don't know. Underneath his siege engine? Maybe that'll help. It's got 200 HP, so I don't know if it's going to help or not, but we'll give it a try. I will put another batch of miners up there. I'll probably put cavalry down there just to deal with these guys. It does 1 damage, so it's not really being that helpful. They've broken through the top lane. We're going to have to do something about this. Give me a couple archers in the back. Give me miners in the front to hold them. Give me a Francesca on those guys to kill them off. We're going to eat our fortune cookie, which gave us a steel digger. That would be very, very helpful. Let's put them in right there. We'll put them in right there. And then let it run. They got more reinforcements coming to the wall, though. So we're not done here just yet. We are on the boss, though, which is good. Okay. He just fired and killed all of my archers in the back line, though, with his... With his stupid, I don't know, dude, his catapult. Let's go ahead. Oh, we didn't get anything on this turn. All right, so we're going to need insight. Get rid of healing spring. It gave me rucksack rummage, which is not that helpful. We're going to have to play guild support here. We have no choice. Put archers behind them just to keep some flow going. We'll rummage through our rucksack for another food. And we got a mysterious tentacle, gain a faceless one for the duration of the battle. The faceless one. I lose 10 HP. But it looks like I just get some ranged infantry. All right. Okay, so our troops are all dead on that center lane, but we did deal a little bit of damage to him. How close are they? Not close enough, I think. Give me some steel diggers up here. Give me some armored units down there. The berserkers have 15 HP, and they're not scuffed yet. So I can dink them with the Francesca. And I'm going to take a risk on that bottom lane and just kind of see what happens. Another dud of a turn, unfortunately. Give me something over here. Give me a brew. We're going to get all of our troops drunk over there because it increases their attack speed. And then I guess we'll just play Healing Spring and hope they don't break in the top. So these archers back here have got to go. These bolt spitters are a big problem. Give me some more armored guys on the bottom. I'm going to take a risk here, and we're going to full flood the center. I think. I should have Francesca'd the archers. I made a mistake. Oh, no. Okay, so Francesca that batch. That'll kill off a chunk of them. Probably not enough, but something. Give me some archers back there. Give me a couple miners, I guess. If we could just get those archers down, dude. We just need the archers to go down. The archers are becoming a major headache. We've got our contract miners back, which is good because they're just free grist for the mill that we can throw down the center. Reinforce that a little bit and keep our steel supply going up. Give me some bolt spitters back there. Don't have enough mana left to really do anything with what I want to do, so I think we've just got to write it out. Francesca's back up. Kill as many archers as we can. Contract miners to the top. Oh, dude, I pulled the same card. Jesus. Okay, it's gonna get a little hectic out here. So I got cavalry right there. I'm gonna use the cavalry on that side. Contract miners, archers, and that's all I got for right now. Oh, who are these guys? Oh, I just had to survive for a number of turns. I thought I actually had to kill this guy. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jesus, dude. I was like, this is not going well for me right now. This is a very, very ugly situation that I am thrust into. There we go. Get that right there. Francesca out as many archers as I can. And it looks like the reinforcements got him. Oh, my God, dude. Okay, I thought I actually had to beat him, dude. I was starting to get a little bit nervous. I was starting to get a little bit scared. Let's go with 1 mana every time 10 summons happens, I guess. I don't know if that's the right choice right there, but we'll give it a try. We can get the steel catapult that he had. That would be great. It costs 20 steel, but it probably does a lot of damage. I'll take the catapult. Catapult sounds good. I want to see what the catapult does. I'm excited about pulting some katas. You survived! Enemy Commander Dietrich has made the presence of the dwarves crystal clear. Without the aid of the Knights Hospitaller, your neck would have met with the Golden Axe. Despite hoping they would join you, the Knights declare their duty fulfilled and leave. Time to go on to your next adventure. Just restore my health, I guess. It's kind of a bummer you gotta choose between restoring your health and getting a relic. Most other games like this, you just get both. With 227 bucks, though, what are we looking at here? We got a shop up there. I want to go shopping. I'm trying to spend some money. It's burning a hole in my pocket right now. Ooh, there's loot down there. Defense Captain Greyhammer. He doesn't have any special abilities or anything, so I'm not too worried about it. He's got some archers in the back, though, and they're going to get to right there and start shooting down on me, which is going to be kind of a headache. The good news is I have that card that lets me deploy anywhere, so we should be able to cut that off without too many headaches, I think. Put them up there. Yeah, give me a brew. A Bloody Larry. Why not? Hoping on the next turn. Yeah, they're going to fire down on my guys, which is fine. Anything that slows them down for a minute. That's exactly what I was looking for, so we'll get rid of Healing Spring. Side path search on these miners. Deploy them right there. Rucksack rummage just to get a food. And then maybe another bolt spitter up there. There we go. They are going to make progress on that bottom lane, though, which is going to be something we need to take care of post-haste by the time the turn ends. Let me get my guild support in here. Deploy you guys. I'm going to Francesca as archers, because those archers are a liability. And we'll just have to kind of like gang up on this guy over here, because these guys are a little bit tougher. Did I say a little tougher? I mean they wiped my entire army instantly. Alright. Things to think about then. Deploy cavalry. Deploy heavy killers up there. Give me some contract miners over here. Just spread it out even between the two lanes. Let's make this guy sweat a little bit. I want him to be a little tiny bit panicked. Moonshine production. Gain 2 random grog cards. Each time you use this card, its steel decreases by 10. Huh. A little pricey, but it'll work. I think I would like my catapult. Yeah. Let loose would be great right about now. Yeah, let loose is fantastic. All right, I like that. We need to get this catapult onto the field about as soon as possible every single time. Down goes the enemy. This catapult's going to be a game changer if we can get it out early. Let's see. Gain 5 steel every time a grog card is used. Might be helpful. Yeah, we'll give it a go. I've been searching for that synergy this entire time. There's another one that gives you a free batch of units every single time you play an alcohol card, and if you can stack that up like 4 or 5 times, you're basically just summoning infinite armies that the enemy can't do anything about. I saw somebody else do it. Let's see. We will enhance a card. I'll make aggressive metallurgy a little bit better because it increases our attack power, and that looks pretty good. Anything inside the shop that would be helpful? For 250 bucks, we can make it so that we never get a common card ever again. Might be kind of helpful. Rain of Arrows might be nice for getting rid of some of these archers and things that they keep trying to sneak around me, though, too. Or I can get 2 right now. Oh, enhance 2 random cards. I'm going to enhance 2 random cards. I like the idea of never... Oh, it does it for me. Okay. Alright, well, you know. Alright, so the Extortionist. Deal damage equal to your attack damage on the target that attacked you. Doesn't look like he's really got anything else going on, so we'll just kind of play it as it lies for right now. But this is Commander Quest. I think it's interesting. I think it's fun. I like little games like this where you smash armies into each other, like Hot Wheels cars, and you're just like, meow, and you just kind of see what happens. So I'm fairly happy with what it's got going on right now, and it seems to have a lot of different like little armies and things that you can play. Lose 15 gold every time you draw this card. Ew, disgusting, bro. Can't believe you did me like that. Put archers right there. Put them right there. And I don't really have much else to play around with on this turn. These side paths are starting to become inconvenient. We're just going to deal damage on the first turn, I think, to that barricade right there. I don't know what 90-90-99'd it, but something killed it. I need to get my catapult out on the field. How much HP do these guys have? 4? Oh, you guys are hosed. Good luck with that. So bottom lane's clear. That just means we've got to deal with top lane. Let's get our contract miners. We'll play them to the top lane to get our steel going, and then we'll put the archers right there. You know what? I just tried to do my outro, and then I just kept playing, so I'm pretty sure I'm addicted to this game. I like it. It's good. Obviously, I went back to playing the game after I talked about my thoughts and everything else, and that's usually a really, really good sign. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what is worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today it was Commander Quest. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Thanks for hanging out with me, and that's about all I got for you, folks. Take care.